stories would come out. So apparently, according to other journalists, we found out that there were a lot of porcupines probably told to the royals and even to Harry when they met her, and in order to cover up.
This woman is nothing but a publicity whore. It's a term of art. We broke the news that she had Prince Harry on her vision board when she was younger. That was her goal, #goal, to marry Prince Harry. So it was all about getting the title. She's done that now. Now she's just stuck with this depressed ginger who has absolutely no family, no friends, and no money. This was not part of
I wrote to the state of California birth records office. I wrote to them and I said, I don't have documentation. All I have is this data. They conducted a search with finding if a Rachel Meghan Markle had given birth in the state of California, if she has any other children. You'll be surprised to see what they gave. They can't find the child, Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, but they did tell me that a Miss Rachel Meghan Markle gave birth to a child in 1997. They can't disclose the details because those were sealed. And look at the date these documents were sealed.
So all of these lies started coming out, but we didn't know that she had told the royal family so many porcupines.
To reports, Noelle was born in or around 1999, which fits the timeline perfectly.
You know, I think as she told it, she approached me.
In her appearance, Noelle does share some similarities with Jo and Meghan, and she's even more like Meghan.
So it makes sense. Oh my God, I've got to keep everybody away because
it was a dreadful thing to do and actually completely wrong. He is quite hard and harsh.
Clear to me at the time that, we were together, I would say. Yeah, she had a very clear idea of where she wanted her path to take.
Typed out all kind of pictures, communications with Jo. Meghan was researching the prince online and found out that the prince is now duped, so I can now go ahead and marry him. At that stage, Meghan contacted Jo, told him that, look, if you open your mouth, I'm gonna...
People like Meghan will always stay with the man if there's no better option.
Let's be honest. Meghan doesn't just embrace hypocrisy. She seems to redefine it with every public appearance.
Just made a little mark on my board and said, oh, there's another lie. Click.
Every time she delivers another speech about authenticity or living her truth from her sprawling California estate, millions of people pause and wonder.
Meghan Markle is one of the most ruthless social climbers I've ever met in my entire life. And anyone who thinks she wants to get out of the fame element of all this is living in cloud cuckoo.
She speaks about privacy while critics accuse her of welcoming publicity. She champions compassion while wearing outfits worth more than many people earn in a year. She claims she was silenced while continuing to dominate headlines with interviews and public appearances.
It is pretty extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, I think she's just got so used to lying that maybe, in my opinion, she believes the lies she tells. I don't know. But either way, she's just been so consistently loose with the truth.
And the most astonishing part? She appears to believe nobody notices, as if everyone is simply expected to accept one contradiction after another without asking questions. The confidence behind it is almost unbelievable.
To Andrew Morton, talk to Tom Bauer. All of these people that have written books about her have been like, it's a struggle to get to the truth of who this female was before she meets Prince.
It's the kind of moment that makes you question whether the entire story has been staged. But then everything takes an unexpected turn. A revelation that caught almost everyone off guard, even the PR teams working overtime to manage the fallout.
He became hypersensitive and blamed the media for the crashes of his relationship.
Samantha Markle has now dropped a hint that's sending shockwaves across the internet. This wasn't just another emotional social media post. It felt deliberate, calculated, and far more significant, like she'd been holding onto something major for years.
He's moved on. He has put Meghan behind him. He probably is not interested in people bringing up his past relationship. He has 3 children now.
For years, the public was presented with a polished narrative. Poor Meghan, the modern-day Cinderella who found her prince, escaped the oppressive royal family, and emerged as a fearless champion of justice.
And perhaps delay the revelation of all of the lies that she had told the royal family.
But what if that entire narrative was carefully crafted from the very beginning? That's exactly what Samantha is now suggesting. And if there's any truth behind those claims, it could completely reshape the conversation.
Be proud and to empower other women when she's out there using her platform. Be proud of who you are. Work hard. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. You don't have to dress like Diana. You don't have to say you got grants and scholarships. Give accolades to those who bring.
Now, many people are arguing that the entire story was edited like a reality TV series, with every uncomfortable detail left on the cutting room floor. That flawless public image suddenly doesn't seem so untouchable.
Time, that we were together, it's what kids did, right? So she told her friends she liked me, I told my friends I liked her, and then our friends met, and then they kind of arranged it, and then we became girlfriend and boyfriend.
To be clear, there is no definitive proof, no leaked documents, no secret recordings. At this stage, it's largely speculation and unanswered questions. But when your own sister begins suggesting that your past has been misrepresented, people inevitably pay attention.
They were empowered at Immaculate Heart by the nuns to be independent women. Wait a minute, who paid for Immaculate Heart? That was all my dad, so let's face it.
When family members who knew you long before worldwide fame begin talking about rewritten history and questionable timelines, it stops sounding like ordinary gossip. It starts feeling like a serious warning.
A lot of people are saying, oh, this is from her first boyfriend that was, but it's not him. Apparently it was the cousin. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? One thing is curious. He does mention that she looked pregnant in the article, but he says that's me standing with her, but he doesn't deny it. Her cousin in this article did not flat out deny and say that she wasn't pregnant with my child. He just says she looked pregnant and that's me standing with her. People were saying all kinds of crazy things. Why can't you just...
That's why the internet is in complete meltdown, trying to uncover what might be hidden. Because if even a fraction of these claims turns out to be accurate, it would force many people to rethink everything they believed.
Joshua Silverstein was her very first boyfriend. They were both only 13.
According to reports, Noelle was born in or around 1999, which fits the timeline perfectly. Many people doubt Meghan has long been a mother. Following her attendance at Northwestern University, Meghan began dating Joe Giuliano, and the couple got married after having a child when Meghan was almost 20.
That's also why an overlooked moment from 2019 has suddenly resurfaced. During an interview, an actress casually suggested that Meghan's past wasn't exactly as the public had been led to believe. She offered no evidence, made no dramatic accusations, and simply moved on, as though she knew more than she was prepared to reveal.
This woman is nothing but a publicity whore. It's a term of art. We broke the news that she had Prince Harry on her vision board when she was younger. That was her goal. Hashtag goal, to marry Prince Harry. So it was all about getting...
At the time, almost nobody paid attention. Meghan's public image remained overwhelmingly positive, and stories that challenged the established narrative gained little traction. Many supporters accepted the narrative without question. But today, that old interview clip is circulating everywhere, and people are asking the same questions. What did that actress know? Why did she say it? And what, if anything, was Meghan keeping out of public view?
The title, she's done that now. Now she's just stuck with this depressed ginger who has absolutely no family, no friends, and no money. This was not hashtag part of the...
Because if someone tried to raise questions 5 years ago and almost everyone dismissed them, what else may have been overlooked along the way?
What we said, everything I said in the beginning was favorable. Nobody printed that. And when I said nothing, they created stories, and it was really just...
Now, that years-old clip is spreading across social media once again, not as conclusive proof, but as fresh fuel for online debate. And across the internet, people are dissecting Meghan's public story piece by piece.
And why it would have been so easy to be honest about who she is.
The longer Meghan stays silent, the more intense the speculation becomes. For many online, that silence no longer seems protective. It only fuels more questions.
She's reinvented herself so many times throughout the last 44 years.
The moment Samantha hinted that the public might not have been told the full story, everything shifted. People immediately started digging, connecting clues like amateur investigators.
Hi, Daddy. I got an English one. And right now we're in Beverly Hills, and we're going to pass the Beverly Hilton Hotel, where I'll be on Sunday meeting the other...
And here's what makes the situation even more dramatic for Meghan. People aren't stopping. They're uncovering old interviews, comparing timelines, saving screenshots before they disappear, and connecting details they believe were overlooked. To many observers, the carefully crafted narrative appears to be developing visible cracks in real time.
With either Archie or Lily, and it needs to happen. They need to prove that those children met.
Some believe it's just another breadcrumb leading toward a timeline Meghan has kept private for years. Perhaps that actress never intended to reveal anything. Perhaps she simply said more than she realized about something that was never meant to attract attention. Royal controversies rarely disappear. They often resurface when least expected. And now the spotlight has returned. If that interview sparked curiosity, Samantha's recent comments poured fuel on the debate. Meanwhile, Meghan's supporters quickly pushed back with familiar arguments, insisting Samantha is motivated by jealousy, financial gain, or a desire for attention.
And Harry are not entitled to privacy in this matter. And their privacy is trumped by our right to know that no bastard is going to sit on the throne of this country. All Harry and Meghan need to do is prove to us that she popped those babies out. And that's all they need to do. And if they don't, it is unfair on the children. It's also unfair on the royal family.
But here's why many people believe this moment feels different. Samantha wasn't emotional, confrontational, or chasing headlines. She appeared calm, composed, and deliberate, like someone confident in what she knows and willing to wait for the right moment before saying more. Whether intentional or not, that approach has fueled even greater curiosity.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
Well, you can...
It was planned from the beginning. She denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
Before they met?
Yes, and she wants to
That's
pretend.
impressive. You got to admit that is impressive.
In the world of public relations, silence can sometimes speak louder than words. For years, Meghan largely avoided responding to Samantha publicly. But this time, Samantha didn't make direct accusations. Instead, she hinted at untold stories and a carefully managed past. Ironically, what she left unsaid generated even more discussion than what she actually said.
Rather lofty to suggest the ability to align with issues of womanhood and suffering. On the grounds that, and she did bring up the fact that, she went to Immaculate Heart.
That's exactly why the conversation spread so quickly. When a close family member speaks in careful, mysterious language, people naturally pay attention. Every sentence seemed layered with meaning. She didn't appear angry. She appeared patient, as if suggesting there was far more to come. And almost instantly, the online conversation exploded.
She was a caddy for all of my celebrities. I had Joe Montana. Anybody that's here was at my tournament in 2008. She was one of the Deal or No Deal girls that were caddies that I pawned them off as caddies to the highest bidders. She was so loved. I'm laughing because I'm like, good for her. I mean, she met the prince. She made a great life for herself. Good for her. Everything you're not supposed to be. Multi-ethnic, and she's been married. She already has...
Suddenly, many people stopped viewing Samantha simply as a resentful relative. Instead, some began seeing her as someone who witnessed events firsthand, someone who might know details the public has never heard. Now, many are waiting to see whether she'll reveal anything further.
Samantha, that your sister tried to make out that she's some sort of repressed...
To some viewers, Samantha appeared confident enough that she didn't feel the need to present evidence immediately. Instead, she introduced an idea that rapidly spread across social media. Within hours, users were revisiting old interviews frame by frame, discussing body language, comparing timelines, and reviving hashtags that quickly began trending once again.
She delivered it like an actress delivered it, an opera responded going, wow.
She merely suggested that more information exists, and for many online, that alone was enough to spark endless speculation. The internet often thrives on unanswered questions, and once a mystery captures attention, the conversation can spread incredibly fast.
Who says so? Veteran editor of...
Across social media, users continue comparing old photographs, archived posts, and past interviews, searching for inconsistencies they believe may have been overlooked. Some claim they've found details that deserve closer scrutiny, while others remain unconvinced.
Majesty magazine Ingrid Seward, who has been close...
Most online controversies disappear within days. One moment they're dominating headlines, the next they're forgotten. But this debate keeps returning. Every time it appears to fade, a new discussion brings it back. Critics argue that Meghan's carefully managed public image feels overly polished, making every appearance seem rehearsed and every candid moment appear calculated. Whether fair or not, that perception encourages people to search for inconsistencies, believing there must be details that don't fit the public narrative.
Sight of a union like that, my parents, and they remained together for...
Meghan Markle is the flea in the ointment who continues
to ruin the increasingly rancid relationship.
Samantha seems to understand exactly how these conversations unfold. She doesn't need dramatic statements. A single cryptic remark, one carefully timed silence, or even a simple no comment is often enough to reignite the debate online. The media benefits from the attention, supporters defend Meghan, critics challenge her, and the cycle continues with no sign of slowing down.
This lady, Rachel Meghan Markle, gave birth in 1997. Why is she sealing these documents now? We know that she had her marriage documents sealed at the first or second marriage to Trevor Engelson. They got married. People think that she got married in Jamaica. No, she got married in a civil ceremony in California, and she had those documents sealed. The wedding certificate is sealed. She didn't even tell her father, her mother, nobody. They just grab random witnesses because when Inake Pretty wasn't even there. So why wait so many years to seal these documents on December 2018?
Will this rumored DNA mystery ever be resolved? Nobody knows. It may ultimately prove to be nothing at all, but the mystery itself keeps people watching, debating, and returning for every new development surrounding Meghan.
Said, look, we all laughed at Samantha and she was right, and everything she said has come.
So what's the real story? Perhaps nothing has been revealed yet. Or perhaps someone is simply waiting for the right moment to speak. Within the Markle family, silence often creates more speculation than answers. Every unanswered question, every disputed timeline, and every public silence adds another layer to the debate. People aren't just watching anymore, they're waiting.
Was being thrown upon us so that if somebody did speak to us, that we would have no credibility. So it was an interesting phenomenon, and this vicious cycle of wanting to set the record straight, wondering what was going on with her, wanting to give her the benefit of the doubt, and still all the while feeling like I was lied to. And my sister, in fact, was the one reportedly who told Ashley she couldn't go to the wedding. So I felt like she was manipulating my daughter, lying to her. And that's really sad because my daughter seemingly was holding a grudge and feeling like I was the reason she couldn't come to the wedding.
Meghan is now trying.
And what comes next could spark an entirely new conversation. Remember Tom Bauer's book about Meghan? In the next video, we'll explore the public reaction surrounding its release, the reports about how her team responded, and why that moment became so controversial. We'll break down the timeline, examine the claims, and separate speculation from what's publicly documented. This is Star Scope Info. We don't chase headlines, we examine them. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for what's coming next.